everyone, and welcome back to the 30-Day Summit. This is the second interview with Joe McCall, who is going to be sharing with us a behind-the-scenes look of his mind map funnel. That's what we were talking about in the part one interview for his 30-Day Summit appearance. And I'm super excited now to hand the reins over to Joe so that he can go ahead and share with us this awesome funnel.
Hey, Bailey. Thank you very much. So this is pretty simple. I literally have a couple hundred funnels in my ClickFunnels account. I'm embarrassed to admit because I'm always tweaking things and playing with things and adding things. And I really only have about 4 or 5 like big money-making funnels. And this is one of them. But this is going to be a little different than what I shared with you in the chapter and in my previous interview, because this mind map, I was testing this and I was giving it away for free. So I actually don't recommend you give the mind map away for free, although that's kind of what I'm doing now, but I'm also now testing it. I like the fact that people have to pay for this mind map because it's really valuable content. It's not, here, let me explain why I'm doing this, why I'm changing it from free to $7. We were getting way too many coaching applications from people that were broke, who had no money. So when I changed it to charging $7, we got fewer applications, number one, and the higher percentage of those applications were more qualified for our coaching program. So what I'm going to be showing you here is when I first built this out as a free mind map. So there's only 2 pages. There's my opt-in page and the thank you page, okay? The opt-in page looks like this. It's a simple opt-in page, a picture of the mind map. This is a mind map in MindMeister, and I'll share this with you in a minute. And it says Free Wholesaling 101 Mind Map. Finally, a simple step-by-step training to closing your first wholesaling deal. The other thing I'll share with this is Wholesaling 101. It's a certain way to flip deals in real estate. This is a very incredibly comprehensive mind map. I mean, the feedback has been amazing. People love it. Looking back, though, I probably put too much content in here. It's like overwhelming. Doing it again, I would recommend taking like one section out of this mind map and turning that into its own mind map funnel. So you can see in the mind map, when I show it to you in a minute, I have a whole section on right here on marketing, right? 1 out of 6 steps. So next time I would probably do just this whole funnel process on just the marketing part of it, okay? Because sometimes more isn't better. Like, this could be overwhelming to people. We go through so much stuff in here. And then one of the problems with this is very important to understand. If you give away too much, they're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. I'm going to go through this first, and then if I still need help later, I'll call you or I'll reach out to you for coaching, okay? You want to give them enough to get them really excited, but not too much that it overwhelms them and makes them think like, oh man, you know what, this is good. I'm going to go through this, spend a couple months to go through this stuff, and if I still need help, then I'll contact you for coaching later. So I've been simplifying this whole process. Let me go back here. So this is a simple opt-in page. I have 2 other opt-in pages that are real similar to this. One of them where I give away a contract, and then another one where I give away a calculator. But I found simple is better. This looks good on mobile. And I list the benefits, not the features here. Everything you need to do your first deal, the marketing pieces. Well, this isn't a benefit here, is this? This is a feature. But anyway, it's in there. And okay, so if you put in your name and email, or just your email in here, it goes to this page. It's just a simple thank you page. And this here, I've tested this and I do different things. This is where you could put either your video right here, inviting them to fill out a coaching application. This is just a button inviting them to a webinar. And on this, if they click this button, by the way, the mind map was emailed to them, and this is what the email looks like. Here's a link to your mind map. And then again, in the email, I give them if you're serious about getting coaching one-on-one help, click the link below to schedule a strategy session. So they're now in my email, and they're getting autoresponders regularly to apply for a free strategy session and talk to me. So anyway, when they click this, it takes them to an automated webinar. And this is another automated webinar page that I have built, in ClickFunnels. And it's a evergreen webinar that starts every 15 minutes. These are my 3 secrets, okay? And if they register for the webinar, this is just a pop-up, and it gets me their email. And then the next page of my webinar funnel, looks like this. And in here, I'm inviting them to, I'm giving them a special one-time offer, which, by the way, this video used to play automatically, but Chrome, I think, just changed it recently where doesn't autoplay anymore. But anyway, I say thanks for registering for this training, and I'm giving them a special offer after they register for the webinar, and I'm giving them 3 courses that I used to sell for $4.97, but I'm giving it to them for $97. And so I'm doing the ultimate scarcity and urgency on this. I'm telling them the webinar starts in 4 minutes. I'm going to give you these 3 courses that I have, and you cannot buy these anywhere else. They're not available anywhere else. You can only get them here right now for only $97. And I explain why they need this stuff that I'm giving them below to help them do my main topic better and easier that I'm going to be talking about in the webinar. So these training courses here really complement the webinar that's coming up. And so I position it as a special gift, and the ultimate scarcity and urgency of, like, you have to get this now before the webinar starts, because this will not be available again at another time. The cool thing about—
Do you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Uh-huh.
So when you're setting up this page in ClickFunnels, is this the webinar confirmation page, and you've somehow added an order form to the bottom of it?
Yes, this is the webinar confirmation page, and I have a 2-step order form here to get it.
That's pretty genius. This is actually a strategy that I don't think I've ever seen before.
Well, I got the idea from Russell on the Software Secrets funnel. So they register for the webinar, and immediately after they register, they sell them the book and the audio and video of the book for like $37 or whatnot. So I'm immediately selling them something right after they register for the webinar. And it's crazy. I will many times recover all of my Facebook ad spend from just the sales of this $97 product. Okay. So the main purpose of it is for me to give me a break-even funnel. So I'm already many times making money just from the sales of this $97 product. And it could be $47 or whatnot, but they can just go right now to the webinar registration or the broadcast room by clicking this link. But if I were to show you my stats, it's pretty crazy. I don't know off the top of my head, but like I make pretty good money selling this $97 thing, and it pays for all my ad spend. It's awesome. So it's a special thing that they only get now at this special price. So anyway, they get the email. Then they can watch the webinar. Now, again, like I talked about before, there's different things you could do. You could have, and this is something we're testing now, instead of inviting them to an automated webinar, I could have the webinar right then and there on the thank you page. So instead of this thank you page, I could actually have the video right below that, inviting them to the coaching strategy session. And you know what? I should have. I meant to look. I somewhere I do have a page that it does that, and I don't remember how or where I would find it. But it's super simple and easy to build. Okay, let me show you the actual mind map. This is MindMeister. Okay, this is the mind map where I actually do this. Okay, and it's called Wholesaling 101. The first node, you can see these are nodes and they open up. And you know what? I'm going to open this up in Safari real quick because, hold on one second. Let me get Safari open. For some reason in Chrome, the mind maps will get funky. And I'm going to open this right now in Chrome, and then I'll share my screen again. All right, so you can see my mind map, Bailey?
Yes, absolutely.
So what I've done here is this is a mind map link that I can share with people. So if I go to share right here, there's sharing settings. And I can share, just like Google Drive, if you're familiar with Google Drive, you can share a link with people that allows them to edit it or just to view it. And you can make the link private or public for the whole world to see. For some reason, my sharing settings aren't popping up here. Anyway, it'll come up in a minute. But in here, I put all of my stuff, right? And I'll even, there we go, there's the sharing settings. So here you see anyone who has the link can view it. And you can change the settings to private or public or shared. And then here's the link that I email people. Okay, when they buy the mind map or they opt in to get it for free, I can share that link right there with them, and they only get viewing permissions. The other thing that's cool too is if you wanted to, you could actually embed this mind map onto your page. Just like you could embed a YouTube video, you could embed this mind map on a page, okay? And all right, here's the mind map. Now what I've done, I went and I did 15 videos for this mind map, and I put them all on YouTube. And this is my first video. I did this with one of my business partners, Gavin. And I start the video with me on a bigger view, okay? And we just say, hey, everybody, how you doing? Remember, if you want this mind map, go to this certain page. And then I tell them, here is you can go to flipmindmap.com to get the mind map. And then right about here, there you go. You see how I've moved my video to the bottom? Mm-hmm. And now I start teaching the mind map as I go through this video. And I'll move it around a little bit. I'm always constantly moving the mind map and zooming in and out so that it looks like good stuff. I mean, like they can see it. So even on a phone, they can view the video really, really well. And then in the comments down below of the video, I go, hey, to get part 2, go to this YouTube video. To get the mind map, go to this thing. And so that's how they can get it. Now, if they go to my channel, don't go to my YouTube channel looking for like the right way to set up a YouTube channel. I'm still working on that. But I get about, Bailey, I get probably about 15 to 25, but let's just say 20 opt-ins a day from this mind map funnel that I have.
Pretty awesome.
I've also stripped out the audio, and I've published it as a video and an audio podcast, and I'll tell people to text the word flip to 313131, and they can get a link texted to them for opting in to get the mind map. I hope that makes sense. But so yeah, this is the video. Now back to the mind map. In here, I also do transcripts. I'm sorry, hold on here. I also do transcripts. I've taken all of the videos and I put the transcripts to all of those videos into a shared Google Drive folder where people can get the transcript of the whole video. And so eventually I'm going to turn this around into a book, take all those transcripts, put them into a book, and then do a free plus shipping funnel for the book. I hope you guys can see the power of that. Like, you create the mind map, you create a video, then you get those videos transcribed, and you can do them as videos and podcasts and then turn them into a book. And so it becomes this kind of like an evergreen content machine that's always just going out there and spreading this love and showing this stuff. Now, let me show you one other thing that's really cool here. Making offers quickly. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of one of my videos. Again, it's me talking a little bit, and I pulled up a spreadsheet, okay? And in this spreadsheet, I'm showing them how they can get, we're looking at zip codes, and I'm showing them how to find the most active zip codes that most investors are buying properties in. And that's just one example of a spreadsheet. I do another thing where I'm showing them, I'm actually going into Zillow and I'm showing them and teaching them in the video how to research properties. And then later on, if I can find another good example. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is a postcard that I really like to send. It works really, really well. And I tell people, listen, guys, here's my favorite postcard, but I have about 10 of them that work really, really well. If you want all the other 9 postcards that are like this, then get my mind map, because you can get all of my postcards and my best marketing pieces in the mind map. And so I'm showing them here the mind map as I'm going through the content of this video. Hope that makes sense. All right, so if they get the mind map, they can get the videos and the transcripts. And then, okay, let me go to the steps, and I'm just going to show you, like, when you're talking to sellers. Okay, so here, for example, you see how the mind map is kind of opening up, and I'm just using the space bar to open it up. Okay, so if I'm in talking to sellers right here, and I have the section for phone script or questions. And so I give them some good questions, but I tell them, guys, hey, listen, here in the appointment script right up here, if you click this link, it's going to open up a document in Google Drive. And this is a script that I use, and I only show it for like a quick second. And I only show like one of the 2 or 3 pages. I say, this is a script that you've got to use to get your assistant to make the appointment with the seller when they call. I mean, if you want this script, it's free, it's in the mind map or whatever, right? So I'm showing them this stuff as I'm teaching this stuff here in the mind map. And by the way, at the end of each module, I'm again pitching my coaching application. So I hope that makes sense, because that's really important. There's 15 videos, and I could have shortened them and made them, doubled that to 30 videos. But at the end of each video, I'm also telling them, hey guys, if you want to schedule a strategy session, go here to coachjoe.net, which takes them to one of my other pages in ClickFunnels for my coaching. All right, I hope that makes sense. But I'm always, at the beginning, I'm telling them to get the mind map. At the end, I'm telling them, if you want to schedule a strategy session with me, go to this link and do that. And then after they get the mind map, I'm hitting them up with autoresponders. I'm sending a physical letter to them in the mail. I'm following them with Facebook ads because now they're pixeled. And I even now have their phone number as well, so I can maybe send some personalized individual text messages. Now, when it comes to the text messages stuff, I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me on what you can or can't do when it comes to texts. But you can do Facebook Messenger stuff, Yeah, there's a lot that I could go on to. So this is like really, really good stuff. In this example, for this mind map in particular, I probably put too much information in here. When I do this again, I'm going to just take the marketing and make that my mind map funnel instead of the whole thing. Because I think this hurt my coaching applications. We did a lot of coaching from this. Let me just be clear with that. We've done a lot, but I think I could have made a lot. I could have done a lot better with it, and could have gotten a lot more applications by not overwhelming them with how to do the whole deal from beginning to end. Like, I'm just going to take the best part out of my core offer and give that away for free with all of the valuable stuff in it. But you also have to know steps 2 through 6 to do this stuff. And so if you'd like that, then go watch this webinar or fill out this coaching application, and I'll partner with you, or I'll coach you through this stuff. It's kind of my philosophy with that.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's really important to remember, this is a $7 product, right? So you need to give away the amount of information that's appropriate for $7, but then you also have to remember this is, an early step, if not step 1 in a value ladder. So, if you want to get people to that next step, you got to make sure that you're, taking the necessary actions by either shortening this content or putting those call to actions in the right place to get them there.
Yeah. And so even though I'm giving away this ton of free stuff, I'm always asking for the sale, right? I'm not afraid or intimidated to ask for the sale. Like every single email I send, even if it's a content email, at the end, I'm pitching them on a webinar, or I'm pitching them on a coaching strategy session. I'm selling something, right? People want to be sold to. They want to buy what you, and if you have something that's really good and that's valuable, I know in my heart of hearts, the best way I can help these people, which I'm super passionate and excited about, the best way I can help them is to sell them my high-end coaching package, right? So I want them to fill out a coaching application so I can get on the phone with them and help them grow their business. So this is the main mind map. I just broke it into, there's no formula for how to do this. Like I had a section on tools, and I talked about all the different tools that you could use. And even if you struggle with technology, here are some other tools that you can use for, like here is a good example. I gave them, if they don't want to use the CRM, they can use these lead sheets that I give to them. So again, just breaking it down simple, where I'm giving them valuable stuff that they can only get through the mind map. And it's pretty awesome. So let me share one more thing with you here. If they, in response to one of my emails or my text messages or my voice messages or my piece of my letter that goes in the physical mail to them, I'm inviting them to fill out a coaching application with me. And I use Podio. Podio is a simple online database project management tool. It's amazing. I love it. And so similar to Google Forms, it lets you have web forms here for an application. So this is what they'd fill out if they want to join my coaching program or apply to get on the phone. And we just ask them some questions: your name, phone number, email, what market are you looking to work in, what do you currently do for a living, have you ever done any deals before, what's your current monthly profit from all your businesses, what's your target monthly income, what's holding you back from reaching your target income. Right now, this is our filtering question, like, do they have money to spend on marketing right now or not? If they don't have any money for marketing, then instead of trying to pitch them on coaching, we're just going to give them some really good free stuff and get off the phone as quickly as possible. And then we want to know how they heard from us, okay? So in Podio, after they fill out that application, it goes into our database, and then they're sent to a scheduling page. And so we use Schedule Once, and they can book looks like here it's a 20-minute session. And what this does is it shows them our availability, either mine or my coaching business partner, Gavin's. It shows them what's open in our calendar based on our predetermined times that we are going to be available. And it shows them, and we only let them schedule out this strategy session in the next 1 to 2 days. So they have to schedule something right away. We don't let them schedule something a week in the future, right? And then another thing I like about Schedule Once will allow them to, will allow you to send the applicant text reminders, SMS text reminders about your call that's coming up in 5 minutes or whatever. So that's it. I mean, it's pretty simple. I have the opt-in page, and in this example, it's free. I would suggest you do it $7, maybe even $1, like something you want them to pull out their wallet and show and show you that they are willing to, put some money, put some skin in the game. But it's a simple opt-in page or a two-step check-in process. The thank you page either has a button inviting them to an automated webinar. Again, I found less is more, so I keep my thank you pages really simple. I don't do really long form sales copy. And if I had time, I could show you my other pages where I actually have a segue, like a little miniature segue. And I do this video with me holding my my phone on a I don't have it with me here, on a stabilizer thing. And I'll be driving around my driveway in our front yard recording videos. And it's pretty cool. It's fun. It's different. But I'll be on that video inviting people to watch a webinar or join or fill out an application and talk to me. From the webinar page, you should still see my screen here. From the webinar page, I show them I give them a one-time offer after they register for the webinar to buy something that's only available here. And this usually, I recover my ad spend from this. Then I email them and I follow up, and there's about a 4 or 5 series email sequence that's going out to them, reminding them of stuff. That's it. Yeah, that's all. I was going to show you my YouTube channel, but I already kind of did. I just created a new playlist for these mind map videos, and every single video at the beginning and at the end is a call to action. And that's really important that you figure that out and get it right, because those YouTube videos are going to just keep on growing and growing and growing, and you're going to be getting a much bigger audience. The other thing I'll tell you that you could do with this, you could make this a standalone podcast. There's a guy named John Lee Dumas. He's did this a couple times, and I love it. It's brilliant, where he created a standalone podcast on how to create podcasts, and another one on how to do webinars. And so it's like a standalone course that you get for free as a podcast. And you could do something like this with the mind map funnel. You could create a standalone product that people can get for free on iTunes or on YouTube. You could even possibly create a Facebook page where each post is the video content, right? So something to think about. Cool. That's all I got, Bailey. I hope that was simple enough.
That was fantastic. I definitely really appreciate you sharing all of the different steps of your funnel. That was so much more in-depth than I was expecting, and I'm sure our audience really appreciates it. So, Joe, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Take care, everybody.